Bom jogador, personalidade fortíssima. Vamos agora para o jogo no Sport TV. E o Pombo Richarlison diz que cresce na seleção brasileira, que a 9 é dele. Saída de Senegal no primeiro tempo. Vamos para a regressiva.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Apita o árbitro, começam as emoções do primeiro tempo. Saída da seleção de Senegal. São os primeiros movimentos. Sabali volta o lance. Koulibaly. São os primeiros movimentos de Brasil e Senegal. Tamo juntos no Sport TV. No gramado, Brizola. Felipe Brizola no gramado. Comigo, Lédio Carmona, Pedrinho. Essa é a segunda vez que Brasil e Senegal se enfrentam na história com suas seleções principais. O único jogo foi em 2019, em Singapura, 1-1. Firmino fez o gol brasileiro e Jeyu fez o gol da seleção de Senegal. Ramon Menezes é mais uma vez o técnico interino da seleção brasileira. E aí, Aliou Cissé tem 47 anos. Jogou bola e jogou bem. São os primeiros movimentos do primeiro tempo. Tentativa brasileira. Então a bola entre as pernas ali, o Danilo. A bola passa agora pelo Sar. Recolhe Ayrton Lucas. Faz a distribuição com o Vini Júnior. Torcida brasileira se agita, se anima. Tem dobra de marcação em cima do Vini. Bola fica com o jogador do Real Madrid, Vinícius Júnior. Passa no meio de dois, caiu, pediu uma falta. Ele entendeu que houve uma falta, a arbitragem acha que não. Sar. Brasil pressiona na saída de jogo, Paquetá. Beleza de bola, bonito demais. Vini, na linha de fundo, do jeito que ele gosta. Paquetá com a sobra. Cabe o cruzamento, a bola vem na segunda trave, passa por todo mundo. Bola tocada de cabeça. Temos duas bolas em campo. E aí, a segunda quase veio para cima da primeira. 0 Brasil, 0 Senegal. Mané. Temporada conturbada na Alemanha, não era o que ele esperava. Alguns dizem que ele fica no Bayern de Munique, outros que ele pode voltar para o futebol inglês. Marquinhos. Todas as emoções de mais um amistoso da seleção brasileira. Paquetá. Brasil não tem o Casimiro, desfalque de última hora, mas tem o entrosamento do Bruno Guimarães e do Joelinton, que jogam juntos. Paquetá. Mais um que atua no futebol inglês. Bruno Guimarães. Militão. Marquinhos. Primeiro tempo, 2 minutos. Recua a seleção de Senegal. Dá combate aqui na frente, o Habib Diallo. Marquinhos. Paquetá. Canta o torcedor brasileiro em Lisboa. De novo Marquinhos. Chamando o Lucas Paquetá. Faz a distribuição na esquerda para o Vini. No mano a mano. Estava impedido Vinícius. Impedimento de Vinícius Júnior. Vini com a 10 da seleção brasileira. Vinícius tem 22 jogos pelo Brasil e marcou 3 gols. Estamos apenas no início do jogo. Koulibaly. Voltando com o Dial. Sai jogando por baixo. Derrubado Mendy.
Não sei se ele foi dar esse passe ou não, mas foi forte. Vai, Brizola.
Não, e é impressionante, interessante ressaltar, impressionante o protagonismo do Vini Júnior por aqui. Já tinha acontecido em Barcelona. Ele é disparado o jogador brasileiro mais cortejado. Ele encosta na bola, o torcedor vai à loucura. E no anúncio aqui, né, que o estádio fez, né, da organização, foi impressionante a ovação que ele recebeu. Tá voando na popularidade o Vini Júnior, Luiz.
0 Brasil, 0 para Senegal. Primeiro tempo, 3 minutos. Falei de um jogo apenas com as seleções principais. Temos mais um confronto oficial entre o futebol brasileiro e o futebol senegalês. Foi há 8 anos, em 2015, na Nova Zelândia. Semifinais da Copa do Mundo Sub-20. Militão. Esse é Marquinhos. Lucas Paquetá. Tenta uma distribuição de novo, forçando aqui com o Vini. No mano a mano, a cabeçada já deixou a marcação para trás. O toque para o meio. Olha a sobra brasileira. E o chute sobre o gol de Dial. Chegou batendo o Bruno Guimarães. Vini começa on fire pela esquerda. Começa levando vantagem. Vini arrancou na cabeçada. Ele tirou a marcação. Para você curtir de novo. O cruzamento e a sobra com Bruno Guimarães.
Ele já faz o domínio dando tapa com a cabeça, né? Para ganhar vantagem na velocidade. Vai você, Luiz.
E olha a resposta de Senegal. Bola longa, sai do gol Ederson. Pedrinho.
Algumas variações. A gente viu o Ayrton Lucas por dentro e o Paquetá vindo fazer até uma saída de 3 de vez em quando. E aí ele entra pro corredor, dá a beirada pro Vini. Vini é muito forte do lado, né? Tem uma capacidade incrível no mano a mano. Por isso que o Ayrton, que também tem capacidade de atacar o fundo, tá vindo um pouquinho por dentro, para justamente não conflitar. Quando o Vinícius está por dentro, que a gente está vendo agora, aí sim o Ayrton ocupa o lado esquerdo aqui.
Marquinhos. Lembrando que o Brasil também não tem o Rodrigo com dores no joelho direito. Não treinou, ficou fora. O Malcom tá com a bola, jogador do Zenit. É o substituto do Rodrigo, Malcom. Bruno de primeira. Não chega no Vini. Falta marcada para a seleção do Brasil. Todas as emoções do futebol internacional para você. Com o Brasil jogando mais uma vez na Europa. Militão. Paquetá. Erra o passe, Lucas Paquetá, e erra por muito, hein?
Hello, Daddy Gang. Welcome back to another cozy Sunday session with your father. I hope you guys are all having a lovely Sunday, relaxing, maybe getting ahead on some stuff. If not, no worries. You're just hanging out with me. And yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it because here's the thing. We are heading into the time of year where everything is supposed to be magical. Oh my God, the holidays, you guys, literally so excited. Can't wait, right? Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. Like we have Thanksgiving coming up and then right around the corner is Hanukkah and then Christmas and then New Year's. It is quote unquote supposed to be the best time of the year. Emphasis on the supposed to be, which is why I kind of like to do a yearly PSA episode around the holiday season. If you have been with me for many years, you know I kind of do this often because I think it can be very, very not only helpful for you, but also for me. This could also just be like a full episode where I'm just really doing this for myself and talking to myself and my family members, but hopefully this is relatable to you. I think it's important to do a little reality check around this time of year because we are kind of weeks out from all of the amazing, sometimes chaos beginning. And I feel like we can and we can easily get our hopes up. We think it's going to be like the Hallmark movies. We're going to have matching pajamas with our family, although that may be a nightmare to some people. Some people would like that, you know, big meals, presents, family time, laughter around the fireplace, hot cocoa, carolers. Like you're like, okay, this is the time of year that I've been literally waiting for. Like, this is my Pinterest board. Like, this is it, Alex. Like, I couldn't be more excited. And then we get to the moment that we've built up in our head and we're like, wait, why do I feel like low-key kind of disappointed and like a little let down? Like, this is literally not what I was envisioning. It's because the truth is that this time of year can be so disorienting and it can be a letdown. On paper, it's supposed to be the most joyful holiday season, but for a lot of us, it can be one of the hardest times of the year. And I promise you're not alone in feeling that way. I also want to make sure everyone knows, I don't think that I'm saying anything revolutionary, but I'm making sure that for the majority of people who are a little bit fucking sad and depressed during this time of year, you're not alone. If you are someone who has a perfect family and you're like, what are you literally talking about? I do have the picture perfect life around the holidays. This may not be for you. I have a fucking seed stuck in my tooth and no one's in the room with me. So like if there's a kernel in my tooth, no, it's not. And just pretend that you never saw that. Let's just pretend. Imagine I get through the whole fucking episode and I have a bunch of black shit in my teeth. Okay. But yeah, you may be someone that this doesn't apply to and that's completely fine. Anyways, for the other side of us that, you know, have struggled sometimes during the holidays, I want you to keep in mind, and this is just like a cozy reminder, every single advertisement, every Christmas song, every cozy movie, it is all designed to make you feel like the holidays are a time of just pure excitement and that everything is going to be magical and perfect. But trust me, most people's holidays do not look like that. If you're the person sitting here being like, why can't my family be like the rest? Babe, you're actually the norm, okay? You're actually not the outlier in this situation. You are 100% the majority, because the holidays can bring a lot of financial stress. It can bring loneliness. It can bring grief or highlight grief, right? Whether you're missing someone, maybe you're feeling left out, or also just the more like common one, like you are so stretched thin with work and you're trying to keep up, and then it's the holidays and it's like, oh my God, I feel like I am underwater. You could be dealing with family dynamics, travel plans, work deadlines, the list goes on, right? And somehow we are still expected to feel rested and joyful after all of the chaos. I just want to remind everyone, no one has a perfect family, no matter how good they may make it look. Everyone has something. Maybe your family is the loud and chaotic family. Maybe they are cold and disconnected. Maybe there is addiction going on in your household. Like, everything going on in your family just gets extremely elevated during the holiday season. And it can be so hard to, go from building this up in your head of how excited you are to have a few days off of work and, you think you're going to get to relax. And then your uncle says something offensive before dinner even fucking starts. And you're like, oh, cool. Okay, love that for me. God fucking damn it. Like, you haven't even been able to catch a break for a second, and then it just all starts getting fucking thrown at you. And you're like, oh, I forgot. This is what the holidays is actually like. Like, when it comes to family, I think my advice, and I don't know if this is me being like pessimistic, but it's the honest truth, is like, I've seen it enough. I've done this show for long enough. And I have so many people that always write in just being like, I was so let down. I think when it comes to family, it can be healthy to slightly, I'm just saying slightly, not completely, but slightly lower your expectations, right? Because like, how amazing if you go in being like, this is about to be shit. And then it's like, oh my God, my grandma didn't make a racist comment. My dad didn't get hammered. My mom wasn't a narcissist. My fucking cousin didn't like smack me in the head. Like, there's so much beauty happening right now. It's almost better to go in like that than rather expect the world and literally just get fucking shit on. But I think also something, as I've reflected with my therapist, is like, something about the holidays obviously is just so nostalgia core coded, right? And I think a lot of times when we think about the holidays, we feel like they should feel like they did when we were kids. And obviously that's not going to happen. So I think it can end up highlighting how different things are now than they were in your childhood, right? Circumstances change, people pass away, relationships end, families break up, parents get divorced, family dynamics shift throughout time. And to help us get through this, I just want to highlight, like, on normal days as an adult, you are not having to confront all of it at once, right? You are not in a room with all of these people and all of these triggers. It's piecemealed throughout the year. But then the holidays come and it kind of just slaps us in the face and it's like, God damn, my shit's so fucked. Like, no. And I think that is really when the sadness can creep in. You expect things to either look like they used to, or you expect things to be different than they were. Like, how have we not grown as a family? How are we still fighting over the same thing that we did when we were 5 years old? Like, how is this happening? The overarching theme is the holidays most of the time do not live up to the expectations that we built up in our head, right? Like I said, I think the first step in surviving the holidays and actually having a chance to enjoy them is to stop trying to make them perfect. We cannot control what it's all going to be like, but we can control how we react. You already know what your triggers are with your family or the people you're going to be spending it with, right? Like, maybe it's the way the energy shifts after your family has had that third round of drinks and everyone's always fighting. Or maybe your aunt who is always making a comment when you help yourself to seconds about your body, like, you know it's going to come. Or maybe it's running into your hometown friends at the bar and like feeling left out and it's triggering you back to high school or middle school or whatever it be. My advice is, as we get closer to all of this coming to a head, try to anticipate what that trigger is for you and recognize those things that year after year keep making you feel upset, and just try to get ahead of it. Like literally just try to get ahead of it. Like, okay, I know this is going to happen. So one, how will I respond this year? And how will I respond in a way that will make my time happier and more enjoyable, right? And so maybe it's setting some boundaries, maybe it's breaking patterns, maybe it's breaking traditions. Like you have to decide for yourself. Every family is different. I could sit here for hours and just go through scenarios, but you, every single person listening right now, close your eyes. Don't do it if you're driving, but close your eyes. Even if you're at work, your boss is walking by. Hold on, Ron. I need to lock in. Alex is telling me to locate the family trauma really quick. Hold on. I'll get you the sales report in 1 minute. Okay, everyone close your eyes. What is the thing that you know is going to trigger you for the holidays? It came to, you're like, babe, how do I pick one? You're like, Alex, which one should I pick? Okay, we all have it in our head. Now for the next few hours, minutes, or days, start to just plan the shield around yourself of how you're going to try to not let that fucking ruin your holiday this fucking year. And I know it's really difficult to do because there's going to be circumstances that you cannot control, but I think just finding what works for you, right? It is okay to not have a perfect holiday and a perfect family that, you know, you see on Instagram, but newsflash, like most of the people probably posting how happy their family is on fucking holidays on Instagram are the most miserable. Because if you're really that happy, are you on your fucking phone? No. I know some of the best holidays I've had with my family. I'm like, you guys, we didn't post, we didn't take a picture, we did nothing because we were playing board games and cards and whatever. And it's like, that's being present is a privilege during the holidays. Being able to be present and actually not wanting to be on your phone is a privilege because there's so much going on and so much trauma and so much baggage and history that it's really, really hard to just enjoy yourself. So just a little reminder, you know, and even if the people that are posting on fucking Instagram are actually happy, don't DM me. I'm trying to make everyone else feel good, okay? Try to just enjoy yourself, I think, is what I'm going to try to just instill within myself and for you guys. And try not to let the romanticizing of this time of year let you down. I had you guys write in specific questions about how to navigate the holidays because that's literally what's about to consume our fucking lives. So if you're ready, because I'm ready, let's answer some questions of the motherfucking week. Okay, let me get the questions. Hold on. Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Uber Eats. Okay, Daddy Gang, we all know Uber Eats has the best selection of local restaurants, but did you know they also eat when it comes to a whole range of delivery services? Now, that might be a lot to take in, so let's break it down, okay? Uber Eats isn't just for locked-in salad bowl lunches or pre-gaming with Ty. When you can't make it to the store, you can just get about anything you need delivered straight to your door with Uber Eats. Right now, you could be checking off your whole shopping list, okay? Of course, I'm locked in on Uber Eats when it comes to getting my lunchtime sandwiches or a good delicious meal after work. But say I need a little cocktail at the end of the day. Uber Eats is my go-to spot to get all of the ingredients I need sent to my door. I also use Uber Eats for pretty much everything: paper towels, groceries, snacks. I even order a pair of flip-flops to the nail salon, okay? They've got my back no matter where I am. When you can't make it to the store, Uber Eats brings you the store, essentially, okay? There is nothing better than putting on a good show, getting cozy on the couch, and having the perfect meal delivered right to me, along with 5 other things that I forgot to pick up that day. Uber Eats makes it easy to have it all. Get grocery, alcohol, and everyday essentials in addition to the restaurant food you love. So in other words, get almost anything with Uber Eats. Order now. For alcohol, you must be legal drinking age. Please enjoy responsibly. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. Okay, question 1. Hi, Father Cooper. My boyfriend invited me to spend Thanksgiving at his house, and I'm meeting his entire family for the first time. I'm freaking out and want to be sure that I make a good impression. What should I do? What should I wear? Please help me. Oh my God. Okay. I mean, before we get into it, I think it's just like important to acknowledge that spending the holidays with a partner is a big deal and a big step in the relationship. Typically, I would assume that means you guys are getting more serious and you can see a legitimate future together, which is very exciting. I'm happy for you. My advice is just to also go into this, like, this is a good trial run to see how you would fit in with his family and whether or not you could picture being a part of each other's lives, right? Like, you get to experience their traditions up close and you can really learn a lot about their family dynamic. And so something to keep in mind though is, like I just talked about, the holidays are a high stress, high tension time, right? So I'm not saying that they should be like the most insane family and like give them a break for it, but like their behavior, just keep in mind, may not represent what they actually are like around the day to day, right? Especially at the holidays, not every single interaction is going to be perfect. There will probably be some awkward or tough moments. There could be a family fight. And so just remember to give both yourself and their family a little bit of grace. Okay, so now let's talk about the very basic steps of like how to make a good first impression. And we can also get into actual conversations and interactions that you should be having while you're there. My first piece of advice, very simple, very basic, but like absolutely necessary. You need to bring a gift, okay? This does not have to be an elaborate, expensive situation, but you should never, ever, ever show up to someone's Thanksgiving dinner or someone's home, in my opinion, completely empty-handed when they are hosting you. Some safe and foolproof gifts are things like a cute scented candle, a fruit basket, a bottle of wine if the family drinks, or since it is Thanksgiving, you could ask your boyfriend like, hey, do they need me to cook anything? If you're a cook, sweetie, if you don't cook, I wouldn't use this as an opportunity to try to make a pumpkin pie for the first time. Maybe lay off. Maybe this is where self-awareness kicks in and it's like, maybe don't try to make the stuffing. Just bring a fucking candle. But if you do, maybe bake a pie. Maybe that's something you're really good at and you could show off, right? Like bring a dessert, bring something extra, literally anything that you walk in with is thoughtful, right? Like I said, it's a big deal to be included in someone's holiday. So I think just making sure you're constantly being like thankful. I know that sounds literally like you're like, I don't need to suck up to these people. Saying thank you a good amount of times gets you some high regard, sweetie. Now, don't be a fucking over the top bitch where they're like, Jesus Christ, we get it. You're fucking thankful. Like, although that is what this holiday is about. So keep that in mind. I'm just so thankful to be with Marty's family today. And they're like, shut up, Christine. And you're like, oh, fuck. Don't be annoying. Like, try hard. You gotta, that's the beauty of self-awareness is like, find that middle ground.